Opie, the Opster, Operino is a little mad at Erock from what I've been seeing.
This has been a fucking fun saga.
Let's see.
Erock, oh, no, Rusty, don't do that. No, Rusty, don't do that, Erock.
He looks crazy. Every time we've been watching, well, he is crazy, but like he looks the part.
I didn't know the show was called Opie, Anthony, and Erock.
Dude, is he okay? Like I'm saying it as like is he all right?
No.
But I guess I gotta acknowledge that. Do I have cotton candy hair today? F you to my cotton candy hair.
He's still doing the FU.
No, let's not say F you to Erock. We gotta put our kid gloves on. We gotta be very, very nice to Erock.
Bro, he turned into his crazy mom. That's wild. Like, did he turn into his crazy mom? It's fucking perfect.
So, have you heard the backstory of all this?
Yeah.
Have you heard, like, because I watched the clip of Erock, like, on Chrissy Mayer. And he went through the whole thing of, like, how he had all the O&A stuff. And it went back and forth, back and forth. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to be involved in it. And nobody wanted to own it. And Erock was the only one now that has the archives.
Right.
And now Opie wants the archives back because he's like trying to get this new channel.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Opie would have never even had the archives or the foresight to even have an archive. See, that's the thing. That's what bugs me. It's like, I don't know what's Opie and Anthony and Erock, but it's like, if it wasn't for like Steve C and Erock, there would be no archives to even speak of. They wouldn't exist.
No.
You know, because you were stupid and you weren't doing it. You weren't backing it up.
So I could get my...
And you know what? Honestly, maybe if you're just nicer to people around you.
Well, that was Erock's entire point.
Yeah, he was he's such a dick to everybody.
He was like, he's like, he asked me for it, and I was like, well, just be a fucking, not be a dick to people. Like, not be an asshole. Because he turned on everybody. Erock never really turned on Opie.
No, he was one of the last ones that was defending him. Because Erock's like that, man, and it's like, and then all this, it's just, everybody, bro, gonna be on people's backs and just fucking, he's a piece of shit.
My life's work back. He is the keeper of the Opie and Anthony.
Like, he is crazy, like that IRL stuff, like his IRL streaming, remember the Christmas stuff, like Home Alone, this is the Home Alone building, I'm in the Home Alone building.
Oh, do you have the envelopes? I'll buy the pussy tissues.
The archives, and he said, I need to be a human being, and then maybe, it's not even a definite, by the way, and then maybe I could get my life's work back.
It's not your life's work. It's you were just a curator of comedians' life's work. Okay, do you understand that? You piece of shit. He's the worst.
Think about how much money he made for being a board op.
Yeah, a lot. So Jim Monroe goes, you mean him being unleashed? Unleashed in the city?
I'm so glad he's leashed again.
Thank God. I was worried.
Let's not do FU Erock. We got to be very careful with the Erock.
You have no friends. You're a piece of shit.
Everyone who's ever worked with you hates your guts.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone sided with the literal racist pedophile.
Mersh and I know a lot of people that know you. And the one thing they have all in common is they hate you.
Well, that and they're all white.
Well, yeah, they're white. That's true. I don't know why you had to bring that up. Why does we have white friends?
I just wanted everyone to know
that we have
that
white
we're
friends?
not hanging out with black dudes.
Okay, but Mersh does not count out black women.
No, just the dudes.
Yeah.
He holds the O&A archives. They're in a vault.
By the way, you could buy the archives from fucking Clear Channel or Sirius. He just has recordings of them.
No, actually, this is part of the story.
Ooh, okay. Excited.
Erock revealed that when SiriusXM tried to go into their systems, all the files that were labeled as O&A stuff, they're all dummy files.
Really?
They don't have it. Erock is the only one that has the copies. Now, here's what I'm thinking, though, right? If I'm Opie, right? You have more money than any of the O&A guys. There's no way he hung on to his money a lot better than Anthony did.
Yeah.
So Opie's probably got a lot more saved up than. Have you considered just making Erock a deal? Like,
No.
You know what I mean?
No, he won't do it.
But I'm just saying, like, if there was some issue, right, where, like, in the by the way, it would be inexplicable that somehow Royce died and I lived.
No.
And then
a fucking barbell could fall on my head.
and then they do. And meanwhile, I get into a really nasty like drunk driving accident, but I'm fine. Everybody's like, Jesus, man. But then let's say one person had all the archives and I didn't have all the archives, right? And me and this person were locked in a blood feud. Eventually, you just go, look, how much do you want?
Yeah, what's the number?
Like, I'll cut you a check. Just give me everything, right? And then we're out of each other's lives, right? You could just do that. I'm sure Erock, like, Erock's not in a bad position in life. From what I know, he's not like hurting for cash. But even if you're not hurting for cash, this economy sucks. I'm sure a certain number, like I'm sure Erock's got a certain vacation destination in the future in mind or something.
You know what?
And if you wrote him a check, he'd be like,
I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my complete assumption. I have no knowledge of this, but I'm sure if just Opie called and was like, hey man, I'm really sorry, let's bury that. That's probably that. I don't think, forget money. But I don't think he's even capable of.
I think you're right. Mm-hmm. My point is that
if
Opie,
you're not going to do that,
yeah,
pay him off.
If you're too standoffish to just be a human being like you requested, just go, look, Erock, what do you want? Want 50 grand? 20 grand? What do you want? Like, you know what I mean? Offer him something. I'm sure, Erock will have a fucking water heater in his house blow out or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where he'll finally go, yeah, you know what, man? I'll take the 20 grand. I don't care.
Alt, there are German Shepherd guard dogs at Erock and whoever else he hired to guard the Opie and Anthony archives.
What is he talking about?
So we can't say F you to Erock. No. What was that character? What movie was that? And
I don't know, bro. You brought it up, Opster. This guy ran a radio show, dude. One that I really liked.
Believe it or not, the character's name was Anthony.
Not him.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
No. Were they want to piss off Anthony?
That look was really funny.
Not him.
Did he don't piss off Anthony?
Yeah, the people who liked the O and A liked it in spite of the O.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I did get a kind of a taste for what Opie did bring to the table. He wasn't absolutely not a factor in the show. He just wasn't the funny one, and that's what bothered him. But like I went back and I've been really listening to old Ron and Fez, like old Opie and Anthony lately. I go on a kick every once in a while, and I went back and listened to one of the best. Towards the end of the show, one of the best eras was when they had Lady Di on as an intern for a week, and they just had her in the building wreaking havoc all week, and Opie did play a pretty good role in that one, in that he was having everybody tard wrangle her and making her like take her panties off and bring them into the studio in like a plastic bag. Like they did all this shit to torture Lady Di that was funny that Opie came up with, but if he wasn't coming up with a stunt, like it was. Towards the end, it was mostly just bringing Bill Burr and Patrice. Let them riff.
That's a good point. Yeah, let them riff.
Dude, Opie and Anthony is like, look, I love a good omelet, right? But I don't want to eat just raw egg, and I don't want to eat butter.